the 21st of April 2024. You're most welcome to the NILEcast Weekly News Roundup, only on West Nile Television, where we give you the highlights of the news bulletins of the week every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumuringa Christine. Let's dive straight into the stories that made headlines throughout the week. As operations against thieves in Arua City continued, human rights activists warned the members of the public, most especially those involved in the exercise, against the violation of the rights of suspected criminals. Parish Majid reports more.
As operations against thieves in Arua City continues, human rights activists are warning members of the public, most especially those involved in the exercise, against the violations of the rights of the suspected criminals. This follows the recent rise in spate of criminality within the city center, where the thieves target people with phones, handbags, which has forced the members of the community to join hands to eradicate the vice out of the areas within the central business district. The rights activists are warning against mob action, murder, torture, and other forms of human rights violations during the ongoing operations, as they call for a fair trial. Okurut Bosco, the regional manager working with Uganda Human Rights Commission, observes that the rights of the suspects are being violated during the ongoing operations, as he urges the members of the public to use the right channels while handling the suspects.
You realize that for the general public to go on their own, mobilize themselves, and then they go and do operations without the police, and then in the process of arresting the perpetrators, the suspected criminals, they go on beating them, they go on burning their properties. That is illegal. It is not good. It's not allowed in the laws. I would advise that if the members of the public would like to join the police in this operation, help the police, support the police in this operation, that would be okay. Do it alongside the police so that people's rights are not violated, people's properties are not banned, people are not beaten in the process of the arrest.
Recently, Right Reverend Sabino Chano Doki, the Bishop of Arua Catholic Diocese, during a visit by media team at his house in Ediofe, raised concern over the increasing cases of mob action within the city center, which has also left scores dead and others injured.
So I want to appeal to people. We have law in this country. If you find somebody in the wrong, let the law take its course. Mob justice is really condemned. And people are, even if you find somebody has stolen something, you should allow that person be taken and prosecuted by court, not by you.
However, Moses Oringi, who works as a programs manager with West Nile Regional Civil Society Network, an organization working to protect the rights of the citizens, condemns the violations of the rights of the suspects, which he says is unacceptable.
We have regulations that have been put in place, like the Constitution of the 1995, Article, I think, 22, which clearly talks about the right to life. So, whereas these issues of mob justice is being it's on a high increase within the city, I think it is not proper for people to engage in this issue. It is not just against the law, but it's also a sin, and morally it is not okay.
Similarly, Inspector of Police Matua Alfredo Tokira, the police community liaison officer for Central Division, warns community members of violating the rights of the suspects during the operations.
These operations, a few of them were characterized by beatings, where the criminal put resistance towards those who intended to arrest them. That is a violation of right. That is an act of torture which is condemned. Police will identify those who engaged in beating, destroying property, carry out investigations on those incidences, and ensure that persons who engaged in those wrongful acts in the name of supporting police operations are brought to answer for their actions.
In the ongoing operations against the suspected criminals in Arua City by the angry community members, scores have already been killed as a result of mob action, with several others getting injured, with their motorcycles set ablaze. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILEcast.
The King of Kelalur Kingdom, His Majesty Philip Brownie Olarke Ubimu III, has urged all leaders in the West Nile region to be united, as it has come to his knowledge that there is disunity among the incumbent leaders who are willing to show their interest to contest in the 2026 general elections. He revealed this during an interview at Kalatiak Palace in Zombo District. Alfred Jawok reports.
The King of Alur Kingdom, His Majesty Philip Rauni Olarke III, has urged all leaders in West Nile region to be in unity in order to achieve their sustainable goals for development. The King was speaking to journalists on Wednesday, 17th April 2024 at his palace in Atiakwinam, Zombo District. According to His Majesty Rauni, it has come to his knowledge that there is disunity among the incumbent leaders and those willing to show their interest to contest in 2026 general elections. Though the official campaign period has not been pronounced, some aspirants in Greater Nebi have started making hate speech against their opponents. Rauni therefore said, as Alur Kingdom, this can promote disunity among his subjects.
Leaders of West Nile about unity. Every leader who is worked there so as a leader knows that in order to achieve real sustainable growth, in order to achieve real development, unity is needed. Right from our partners like the EU to at the local level, if they do not see unity amongst us as West Nilers, all our efforts we are trying to achieve are going to just keep on going. The government is not going to support people who are disunited. Partners are not going to support people who do not want to unite for the common good. The development is not about I, it's about us.
He equally warned parents who use their children as revenue of resources like giving young girls for marriages, settling defilement cases at home, among others.
Use their children as revenues of resources. Our kids are not revenues of resources. They are our children who should be looked after, given every opportunity to better themselves. Once that is done, our children will look after their parents once they're in a better place. It is not our parents selling their children short or the future generation short for short-term benefits. So as a king, I strongly warn and advise against all parents looking at their children as averages.
However, Jane Manano, senior nursing officer in the General Hospital, revealed that there is increasing cases of teenage pregnancies, especially in Pakwach district. She also said the pregnancy rate among young girls stand at 23% even after COVID-19.
Juponji ngenya wotimo le manda malo juru nyodu la wishiwi enu chekwa juru nyodu ngo to andewe la wishiwa pirango kita wiya mo nyote sami corona bedu sama awinju dadi ko wache mite winyi lembe percentage ne bedu mamalo ente ka wone be juik de podinya no ete malasu what take 23%.
Reports from police in Greater Nebi indicate that most perpetrators of defilement cases, rape and child marriages are not reported to police for actions, making it hard to apprehend the suspects after they have agreed with the parents of the victims. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Security operatives of Uganda People's Defense Force and Uganda Police over the week were engaged in a serious battle with traders in Arua City. This is during the implementation of the trade order where the recently Arua City authorities warned traders against street vending. Farish Majid reports.
Street vendors in Arua City were on 18th of April 2024 engaged in serious running battles with security agencies following the demonstrations over the implementation of the trade order, which seeks to bring order among the business community through curbing street vending and other unacceptable practices. These riots emerged after the stores of the street vendors were destroyed by unknown people in the previous night, encouraging the traders to cause destruction within the city center, demonstrating against the dismantling of their stalls. The angry street vendors, who turned for work to only find their stall destroyed, resorted to demolishing those whose stalls survived, affecting streets along the Market Lane, Lobida, Teregu House, among others. Obinto Jackson, a vendor dealing in eggs, attributes the rift between the vendors and security agencies to discrimination in the implementation of the law.
I think the genesis of this issue here, we appreciate that government's effort and then we appreciate the council's effort to make the city clean. But I think the parameters to make the city clean, they very well know. But I think the genesis of this issue today is the non-application, the application of the law. This law has been applied not uniformly. If you observe, these things were destroyed, yes, without our consent, but other people's things were left. For example, if you go to former Terego house, things which are around there which are sold by people who believe they are from other places. Then things around Tuku, these things are not destroyed. These things are left intact. So when these vendors they came in the morning, when they found that their friends, other friends, their things are not destroyed, it sparked reactions in them. That's what brought all this. And then they went there, they have to take law into their hands to destroy all these things. So I would say that when they apply law, let them apply law informally. Yeah, I believe if they destroy those things all together informally, these things will not happen. These ones will come, they'll find everything destroyed, they'll keep quiet, they will look government clean it. So I will say that next time, let government apply the law informally.
Ahimud Dramani, another vendor dealing in carpets, says much as the city council reached out to them asking them to move to the main market, the reluctance to obey the call is as a result of the size of the stalls, which is unsuitable for their businesses.
But since we are now selling carpets, last time the city council they came to us that we should go inside the market. Since we see the markets, if you see the pictures which they have divided to people, they are just very small. But we who are selling carpets, whenever you open a carpet like this, a carpet sometimes takes 30 by 30 meters, the others which goes by 3 by 6 meters. So we cannot open the carpets inside the market. So unfortunately, at night when it was raining, we got a call that they are dismantling our items. In the morning when we came here, we got everything were down. That's why you see all around here, people are just moving around. Nowadays, today, there's no business. And it is also, this is what government is not knowing. It is also affecting the government in terms of tax collection.
Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent of Police Josephine Angucha, the Public Relations Officer for West Nile, says the operation by security is to implement the call against street vending in Arua City.
It's true that our officers attached to Arua Central Business Division Police Station have moved together with other security forces to town, trying to quell demonstration, unlawful demonstration by market vendors of Arua City. And this really came up as a result of recent directives and recent operations by Arua City authorities that they didn't want market vendors to operate anywhere on the streets, but they should move to gazetted markets.
However, Deborah Ronald, the chairman of Arua City Chamber of Commerce, raised concern over the mode of implementation.
Actually, people were displacing chamber members. So basically, as the members of Chamber of Commerce, we were concerned about the medical aspect. We said we need more sensitization, because you cannot, this could be like that since independence. You can't educate them within 10 days without showing them where to go, without giving them alternatives, but you force them out of the streets. And also, the enforcement was done at night. Many people have lost property because people sell things and leave them there.
The city authority had requested the street vendors to move to gazetted facilities such as Arua Central Market, Gaga Textile Market, Social Center Market, Club Market, Idiofe Market, Awindir Market, which fell on deaf ears during the recent sensitization drive on the trade order, resulting to the forceful evictions. Orakubenson Pastore, Farsi Majid, West Nile Television, Nilecast.
A total of 500 youths have benefited from a Project DAB prevention response to teenage pregnancy through life skills, income and formal education re-entry project in the districts of Zombo and Madiokolo, implemented by Rice West Nile in partnership with Palm Corps and Sustainable Plan for Action for Community Empowerment, aimed at contributing inclusive education, decent work, economic growth, and eliminating poverty for adolescent girls, young women, and boys. Take a look. 500 youths from Zombo and Madiokolo districts have benefited from the 2-year European Union-funded Project DUP Prevention Response to Teenage Pregnancy through Life Skills, Income and Formal Education Re-Entry project, implemented by Rice West Nile in partnership with Palm Corps and the Sustainable Plan and Action for Community Empowerment space, aimed at contributing to the inclusive education, decent work, economic growth, and eliminating poverty for adolescent girls, young women, and boys. This was revealed during the European Union delegation representative visit to check on the project areas and activities carried out in the 2 districts of Madiokolo and Zombo, together with the members of the consortium and the chief guest, His Highness Philip Rauni Olarkel Ubimu III, the King of Kelalur Kingdom. Nyakawoti Martha, a student and one of the beneficiaries of the project, thanked the European Union for this project as it has enabled her to go back to school to pursue her education.
I had interest of being in school, but I did not have anything to use here at school. That's why I dropped out of school. But when this project came in, the project helped me a lot. It brought for me cards, school uniform, circles, school shoes, books, rulers, pens, and so many others. And it made me to have interest in school. This taught me that I have to work hard so that I become what I want to become.
Peace Piachel, the Child Protection Officer, Sustainable Plan and Action for Community Empowerment space, stated that the Prettier project is targeting prevention and response to teenage pregnancies in schools and communities.
We are targeting prevention and also response to teenage pregnancy in schools and the communities. So we are looking at 2 different sets of adolescents, those in school and those out of school. The ones in school, we are doing a prevention strategy, while those who have already left school, we are doing the skilling, and also those who are able to re-enroll are being encouraged to get back to school. The project beneficiaries, especially the adolescent girls and young women, we have 500 in total. We have 20 girls, and they are coming from each school of the 6 schools within the 2 districts, that is Luku, Ezo in Amur. Then we have Zabu and Anyiribu in Madiokolo. Then Ajibu and Amadudu in Madiokolo. Then we have Okeyu and Pakada in Abanga sub-county in Zulu. So the 440 are the out-of-school girls, but we've also added 40 boys onto that number to make the total of 500 beneficiaries.
Pak Sakari, the Executive Director for Rural Initiative for Community Empowerment West Nile and Consortium Lead for the implementation of the Prettier project, stated that this project is targeting children who have dropped out of school due to challenges such as financial difficulties and teenage pregnancies, with the aim of reintegrating them back to school through sensitization of education and skills training.
This project is operated in Madiokolo and in Zombo, the 2 districts, and then also in 6 counties. So what we are doing right now, we are reintegrating children who had dropped out of school, maybe P6, maybe P5, maybe P7, take them back to school after thorough sensitization. And I'm happy to inform that through this project, we're able to make children who had dropped out from school, some have now reached senior. The case in point is we have a representative of such children. Then reintegration, and then those who had totally dropped out and they have no future to go back to school, we enroll them and take them to do vocational skills training. This, the number we now have is 8. That is first cohort who have already been registered. Who have already been graduated. Now we are moving to give them the startup kits. The second cohort, again, we have already registered. So this project is so young. We have just done 1 year. It is 2 years project, but we have just done 1 year. But you will see the overwhelming impact that it has created.
Elizabeth Ongom, The European Union delegation representative thanked the consortium partners, local government representatives, and the Kelalur Kingdom for their individual roles played in ensuring the young people are given a second chance to pursue their education through this initiative.
I have had many positive things. I have had good stories. I have seen areas which have been good, but overall, I must say it's very favorable. I'm happy, and that is a message I will take back with me, that I have seen so many young faces, many of whom have got a second chance with their education after all the challenges they probably faced as young people. Both here, I've seen this in Nebi here, I've also seen it in Mariupol. And it gives us a sign of, it gives us hope that actually the intervention is on the right track.
His Royal Majesty Philip Olarkel Ubimu III, the King of Kelalur Kingdom, in his address appealed to the parents in the community to protect their children against teenage marriages by empowering them with education and skills training.
I am calling upon parents, and that is again in our pronouncements we made there. Please, parents, in any society, the responsibility starts with you. If you can't protect our children, it is very hard for children to get protection out there. I am very saddened, like he said, most parents, unfortunately, in our community, see their children as a resource avenue. So imagine you're a girl and you've gone through that, and all your parents are thinking, oh, how many cows can I get from the cow print? What does that make you feel as a young girl? It must be devastating. I cannot even bear to imagine. But so let's parents, let's take time to value our children. I call upon something that I feel will do way more good for the girls who have been affected by this, which is skilling. I'm not sure, but these days I say, I don't know if it is now that most young people, I think, the career they see is on social media, TikTok, and I don't know if we don't have any other skills we can train them in. We could give them media skills. I have no problem with that, but we should look at giving our young girls skilling. I feel that's something that can really help benefit them. Not only it takes them off, has something to do, helps them occupy their time, but it takes them away from areas where they could be susceptible or vulnerable to some of these vices that we do not want.
According to the barrier analysis study conducted in the communities of Zombo and Madiokolo district, it was revealed that parental negligence, unregulated night discos, and teenage marriages are the obstacles to girl child education. This project, in collaboration with the local government, cultural and religious institutions, seeks to promote education of children through actions to prevent and respond to teenage pregnancies in the region. Okomuringa Christine, Alfred Jawok, West Nile Television, Nilecast. Moyo District has offered 38 hectares of land for the establishment of a high court to cover the Northwest Nile region and reduce on too much expenses incurred by the people in their quest for justice. Okumu Dominic reports.
The people in the Northwest Nile region have been attending high court sessions from Arua, which has been too costly in terms of travel expenses, which in many cases has resulted into some people abandoning the high court processes and losing interest in the judicial system. Honorable Anyama Williams, the chairman Local Council 5 Moyo District, who doubles as the chairman for West Nile Region Development Agenda, WENDA, an association of the local council 5s and mayors in the West Nile region, said through the association they managed to convince the judiciary to consider establishing high court circuits in Nebi to serve the Aluru sub-region and Moyo to serve the Northwest Nile region, adding that as Moyo District, the authorities have gone ahead to offer land for the establishment of the High Court, and now the district is at the process of transferring the land title in the names of the judiciary.
As a district, we have offered free land with title, registered land. Now we are already in the process of transferring the land titles from Moyo District to judiciary. and already the processes are on, and I'm very optimistic that this will not take a lot of time. Very soon the process will be concluded, and we appeal to the judiciary to fast track the process. The land we have offered is not only for the judicial building, not only for the High Court. We have also offered land for establishment of staff accommodation.
Omara Innocent David, the Chief Magistrate, Moyo Magistrates Court, said establishing the High Court in Moyo District will be a very good move, which is the same as bringing services closer to the people, in line with the new judiciary policies, which aims at bringing justice nearer to the people.
It is going to bring the services nearer to the people. That is in line with the objective of the new judiciary, which is to bring services also closer to the justice, nearer to the people. But the rest, we are going to be here. It should be a short, very easy to access justice, because the High Court will be located in the heart of Moyo.
Mr. Ameko Jimmy Wale, the District Probation Officer Moyo, said once the High Court circuit is brought to Moyo District, it will reduce the distance being covered by the people to seek for justice from Arua. More so, the cost involved in accessing justice will be reduced, and this will increase the number of witnesses who will testify in some capital offences.
The costs involved in the movement to access justice all the way from Adjumani, all the way from Moyo, all the way from Ubonge and Yumbe to Arua would have been reduced. That is the biggest advantage of the High Court being here. You'll realize that witnesses who are supposed to appear in some specific capital related offenses do not come because of the distance. Then the case is lost.
Superintendent of Police Dragud Ignatius, the Police Public Relations Officer for Northwest Nile Region, welcomed the decision to establish a High Court circuit within the Northwest Nile Region, saying it's the best decision being taken by the Judiciary Department, and this will reduce the long distance being covered mostly by the refugees who are mostly crossing from their camps to their country.
Some witnesses, you may find them crossing to South Sudan. Others are coming to refugees camp, and it will force them from South Sudan when they go to visit their relatives, coming back to refugees camp. Again from there, they cross to Adjumani to handle cases, which is very far. So that's the main reason why we warmly welcome the decision of the state to bring the High Court in the Northwestern region.
According to the information on ground, the Judiciary Department has okayed the request being put by the Association of the Local Council 5 chairpersons and the mayors in the West Nile region to establish High Court circuits in Nebi and Moyo District, and pledged to establish the High Courts either this financial year or next financial year. And this explains why Moyo District has gone ahead to offer about 3 hectares of land for the judiciary to establish the High Court circuit in the district to cover Adjumani, Obongi, Yumbe and Moyo districts as the Northwest Nile region. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumo for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. To fulfill the commitment in the ruling National Resistance Movement Party Manifesto 2021-2026, the government is set to launch the first regional cancer treatment center, Gulu Regional Cancer Center. The center is part of the 4 which plan to be put up in Arua, Mbale and Mbara, respectively. Stephen Okello reports.
Uganda Cancer Institute is set to officially launch the first regional cancer treatment center to operate outside Kampala, Gulu Regional Cancer Center.
And we came to check where we have reached so that we are able to commission it. From our assessment, we think we are close to 90% completion. We have already started using it. We have already been treating patients. Patients have had surgeries, others have had treatment, and others have been diagnosed. The beauty with this center is that patients are diagnosed real time. They are looked at here, and through the internet, our consultants are able to evaluate them and give the response, and then we have treatment.
Olong Clinton explained to the delegations the accuracy and capacity of some of the modern machines they are using to diagnose and treat cancer patients at Gulu Regional Cancer Center.
If it's renal, liver, and then electrolytes, we use cobas 311, which can do for us liver function tests, renal profile can do for us, lipid profile can do for us, electrolytes. And then for tumor markers, that aids in the monitoring treatment and prognosis, or maybe screening, some of the screening tests like PSA, CEA, we do them using what? Cobas B411. And it helps us, it has the capability of running 18 samples at a time.
The center now is fully equipped and set to begin operation in full gear. For accuracy and quick service, there is free and fast interactions between the doctors in Gulu Regional Cancer Center and that of Uganda Cancer Institute in Kampala.
The services for them for free, but that one is beyond me. So all patients are being handled. We are able to do direct back examinations. We are able to do the horizontal back examinations. Okay, so the population is being served, and all the answers are still coming out. As you say, there is a back system. The images are got, they are uploaded to the servers. The report is made, sent back, and printed, and handed over information immediately.
In the last 3 months, with limited number of staff posted to the center to assemble and set the equipment, number of cancer patients, both those who have been diagnosed from Uganda Cancer Institute in Kampala and the local new cases have been handled from Gulu Regional Cancer Center.
From July to December, we have attended to about 377 clients. Out of the 377, over 222 are cancer patients, those with a confirmed cancer diagnosis. So we have a skeleton team of about 19 staff, and therefore we really need to have the number of staff boosted such that we can optimally perform.
Dr. Charles Solaro, the representative Minister of Health, called upon the management of Gulu Regional Cancer Treatment Center to prioritize the aspect of preventive measures through sensitizations.
Even if you put these units and you're not able to prevent cancer, then the numbers will overwhelm the facility. As I've mentioned earlier, definitely cancer with the cervix is preventable by vaccinating girls either at primary, at P4, or at 10 years up to 14.
Every year, over 30,000 new cases of cancer is spotted in Uganda, and out of this, only 7,000 cases are seen at Uganda Cancer Institute in Kampala. This means that over 20,000 Ugandans have been silently dying of cancer annually, and the Regional Cancer Treatment Center is coming up to solve these problems. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, the Chief of Osu Chiefdom, His Highness Ronald Jaljobi II, has been successfully installed in a ceremony to bring peace and unity among the Ochago community after the former Chief William Opar Angira handed over power peacefully due to old age. Alfred Jawok reports.
The Chief of Osu Chiefdom, His Highness Ronald Jaljobi II, has been successfully installed in a ceremony to bring peace and unity among Osu communities after the former Chief William Oparangia handed over the power peacefully due to old age. During the installation ceremony held over the weekend at Osu Chiefdom Palace, Tata Division Municipality, His Majesty Philip Raun Larkel III, King of Alur Kingdom, urged the new chief to promote unity and love among his subjects.
kaitie pinga shell makiter tie kare shell pasu utie chagalur aparo go kaitie nyathi kaitie politician kaitie jutonan okoro adier pinga shell ma abe kwai wa chagalur maber kodi utie digiri wa that's development or the kettle barrel indicating or kind to barrel real change ma one to wabe involved ya loka ma sometimes the dalo you get on the chopka ke la loka kini ke dengo chopka be ku set chopka be ku pinto retakola loka mo be shiru kachungu mo be shiru kabelo kachungu test of time involved in
His Highness Ronald Jaljobi II, the Chief of Osu Chiefdom, in his remarks, pledged to work with these subjects to bring development in the chiefdom and to work with the chiefs of Alur Kingdom. He encouraged parents to send their children to school and fight against teenage pregnancies. He promised to promote gender equality among the people of Osu Chiefdom.
Gender balance or gender equality. Wabina nunia watoa wotu karashel koni juma mall kujuma cho yote wa wotu yote level na shell. So wabi advocating vile maenu ki. Mapire tek magwen aneno ngomba lur kawoni wato arado anyira matindu kibe yachi kingome niki nyodu mumitrengo. Wabina nunia watembu ka fighting le maenu ki utemka kani tweru tumungo tuwareke jueki. Teenage pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies, berongo. Wamaru warado umako gokuro.
Right Honorable Vincent Oshayorach, the Deputy Prime Minister and Executive Director Alur Kingdom, urged chiefs to educate their subjects to know the true meaning of Alur culture.
Pekwaro, waro kutwiki jipiretheka. Kanagi peja di makani, kai twiki jingo, ibetu kaya. Ano peja di mikira Alur, angeo koko, tanima tongtu. Actually, fear you, tina neno, ruot konga stani. Leti obi para. Mawa mikwanga, masomo kule. Then, Mary Tuesday, makwanda uyom de, ubetu obi para. I want you to tell her obeying the law, but tell her law in a direction. Come on, Moses. Again, no tell her the Ubadaki Shing, Jomuki 70% Mingomen Arado. Apa Pioneer, that quarter can you do Narado, Gibinungo. Any a teen in a Pimotimongo, Kautimengo, Nangarado Binungo. What Paronia called the Pimakuma in culture, Gimet give him a duo. So that we're using your Tico platform or any. In the bond you are we are one, the quarter one. And you know, Jumokuna and Pinokotini were Mirashel. And Jumokuna will be more Mirashel. Can I go cultural function and help you then go?
Osu Chiefdom has a total of over 13 clans stretching from Nebi Municipality, Madokolo, and part of Erusi, respectively. The occasion was graced by chiefs, civil servants, political leaders, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
After receiving tractors during the Independence Day celebration 2023, teachers and health workers in Ajumani district received planters, which is meant to enhance the economic status of the beneficiaries and development of the agriculture sector in the district. Onzima Alan reports.
To officially hand over one of the harrows, the planters, to the representative of the teachers, who will also make good use of this and share with the teachers. I say all this for God and my country.
Health workers and teachers in Ajumani district over the weekend received planters from the office of the President through Woman Member of Parliament, Ajumani district. While handing over the planter, Data Peter Taban, the resident district commissioner for Ajumani, says it's true that the machines are from the office of the President and are meant to support the teachers and health workers in the district. Dr. Peter Taban also adds that more are yet to come as he pledges, supports and cautions the beneficiaries to put them into proper use.
We have received the field kings These are the planters. 2 more planters have come, 1 for the health workers and 1 for the teachers. And this does not make the end of what is supposed to be given. We still have the trailers which will come, because after collection of the foods, we need to transport them. And that is one of the things that will follow up to see to it that the full tractor with its associates will be given to the district, particularly to the teachers and to the health workers. I want to thank the Member of Parliament, the woman Member of Parliament, for her tireless follow-up of these equipments that have come. And as a government, we shall continue to support, because agriculture is our backbone. Therefore, I want to challenge the teachers and the health workers. Let us put these equipment in proper good use. I'm very happy committees have been set among the teachers, committees have been set among the health workers, the tractors have been in the gardens, busy, and they are not actually enough, but we still say thank you so much for our teachers and the health workers for taking opportunity and using this equipment very, very efficient.
Oja Michael, the hospital administrator at Jumani General Hospital, who also doubles as the head of the tractor committee, said the tractors and other farm equipments given to them will improve on their livelihood and helps to fight against food security. He promised to continue utilizing the equipments well, since they are already in use.
The tractors that has been handed over to us to improve on our livelihood, especially in the sector of agriculture. You will realize that food security is a very critical health dependent, because that is the source of good nutrition, and a healthy body, good nutrition is healthy body. We are going to put this planter into use. The tractor is already in the field. 2 months down the road, we have plowed over 500 hectares of both health workers and other community members. We think by the end of this year, we will be able to plow thousands of hectares, and this is going to contribute tremendously in improving food security among the population in Ajumani district.
Akuku Philip Kaya, Principal Education Officer at Jumani District, expressed his joy and said the number of teachers is overwhelming, and if each one is to participate in farming, they will be able to achieve more in developing agriculture.
And we are very, very happy with the government of Uganda, because we are 3,636 teachers in this district. And if on average, if teacher can plow just 1-2 acres, that will translate to 7,200 in a single month, a single year. We could produce more than what is expected. And this is going to increase the food security. When it increases the food security, that's it. If there's a security at the household level, there's a security in the village, there's a security in the sub-country, there's a security in the country, and that's where people go.
The health workers and teachers put their request to the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, through the woman Member of Parliament at Jumani District, as they are embracing agriculture, and the tractors were delivered to them and received last year, October 9th, during the independence celebration, and followed by the planters this year, 2024. Peace Ushaki, Njima Alan, West Nile Television, Nilecast.
MOA Town Council town clerk has warned the residents within the town council against illegal burials within the town council, as some members of the public have started burying their loved ones within the residence without the knowledge of the town council authorities. MOA Town Council town clerk has warned the residents against illegal burials or risk facing the wrath of the law. Okumu Dominic reports.
According to the information circulating within the town council, Some members of the public within the town council have started burying their loved ones within their residence without the knowledge of the town council authorities, yet the town council has gazetted a specific place for burial. Mrs. Chota Vivian, the senior town clerk, MOA Town Council, said she is disappointed to have learnt that some members of the public within the town council have started carrying out illegal burial in their residence, which contravenes the guidelines of the Public Health Act Caption 281 as amended in 2023, which directs the minister to gazette a specific place for burial in towns and municipalities.
I would like to refer the public to the regulations of burials in MOA Town Council. Not only Town Council, but the regulation of burials in town, in urban areas. According to the Public Health Act 21, Cap 21, as amended in 2023, Section 107, it states that the minister may select and appoint by statutory instrument sufficient and proper places to be sites of and to be used as cemeteries or crematoria for municipalities and towns, and it shall be an offense where such cemeteries or crematoria exist to bury or burn the dead elsewhere within the municipality or the town.
When asked on the possible action that can be taken against those who have gone ahead to bury their loved ones within their residence, the town clerk said all the people who have been allocated land within the town council know the purpose of the land being leased to them, adding that those who go ahead and bury their loved ones within the town council will be forced to exhume the bodies of their loved ones at their own cost.
I would like to inform the public that the plots that are leased to individuals were regulated. When a plot is leased to you, it is clear what the purpose for which it is leased for, and among those activities for you to carry on those plots does not include burials. So those who have buried and have refused to seek for advice or guidance will at time T exhume those bodies at their own costs.
Mr. Ovoyogad, the physical planner, MOA Town Council, said all the land within the town council have been planned for different purposes ranging from commercial to residential, and therefore urge the residents within these areas to use the land for the already planned purposes.
We have been given plots for residential or commercial, which are supposed to be developed for those purposes. Now, if a loved one dies, this person is supposed to be buried within the gazetted areas for burial, and those are cemeteries. We have two cemeteries in Town Council MOA, one owned by Town Council itself, and it is meant for the general public, regardless of which religion, which tribe, and all that. And then another one is owned by the Muslim community in the Town Council, which is also gazetted, and they are following that. For the Muslims, actually, realize that they are burying automatically. When they lose anybody, they are burying in their cemetery. But for the Christians, realize that some are buried in Town Council cemetery, but others are burying in the Mission cemetery, which is outside the Town Council.
According to the Public Health Act Caption 281 of Section 107, which states that the minister may select and appoint by statutory instrument sufficient and proper places as sites to be used as cemeteries or crematoria for municipalities and towns, and it shall be an offense where such cemeteries exist to bury or burn the dead elsewhere within the municipality or town. It's from this background that the authorities of the town council have come out clear on the illegal burial within the town council and plan to take drastic measures on those who go against the law. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumo for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Amur District Local Government, with support from Kijani Forestry, is engaging the local community in agroforestry ecosystems restoration by providing training, tree seedlings, and access to market for agroforestry product. The 3 years, 1.5 million trees campaign per year is expected to improve on the biodiversity, climate resilience, and increase in the local livelihood to the local population of Amur District. Stephen Okello reports.
Because trees hold power to change lives and save the planet, women in Amur District are now putting much effort in planting trees to break the cycle of climate change, as well as inducing poverty at household level. After taking part in the training of nursery bed constructions and maintenance, Alimuch and Agnes Precious, a matter of one focus, changing from ending deforestation to planting trees for the education of our only daughters.
I have a little daughter that this year cannot start the school. But I'm planning next year for her to start. And I want this project not to be for playing, because I want in future to protect me with my daughter. Like paying school fees after 10 years.
Lawrence Utim, a coordinator at Amur District, says Kijani Forestry, together with these local women, is committed to raise and plant over 1.5 million trees in Amur District this year alone.
The main reason for Kijani existing is, first of all, to fight deforestation in the northern region. And then secondly, is to change the livelihood of our farmers, those whom we engage. Because if you have to see the kind of species we are giving to them, these are fast-growing species, which, like, if someone is planting for charcoal in 3 to 4 years, probably maybe lasting 5 years, he or she will be in position to harvest.
Komakai David Kivara, the chairman, LC3 Gurgur Sub-County in Amur District, admitted the contribution of this women group in revamping the lost forest cover which have been depleted by the commercial charcoal traders.
Gurgur Sub-County is one of the sub-county in Amur District that had rampant cutting of the trees, which we think the project will help us so much to green our area, especially where the trees are cut. We're going to plant back the tree, and this will help us and the community at large in improving our environment.
According to Michael Lacogne, this group of women will contribute to the progress of Sustainable Development Goal number 13, with special focus on mitigating climate change.
Wanted an initiative whereby the person that come to the group will own the project, and the trees that are being planted are for the individual local community. But by this one, the omission of the carbon credit, the air will also increase. In a sense, will now mitigate the ozone layers and the high rays that will come on the ground. At the end of it all, we will receive more rainfall that will really allow the local community to go for agricultural activities and will mitigate the climatic condition within the Amur local government.
Leaders in Amur District estimated that about 90% of total forest cover in Amur District have been destroyed, as the local community, combined with foreign commercial charcoal traders, destroyed both community and government forests. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nilecast.
And that marks the end of the Nilecast only on West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name remains Okumaringa.